Hi there, Guy from Midwinter Minis here with a quick tip for all you miniature painters who use plastic paint palettes. Occasionally you'll want to clear your palette, especially at the end of a big project, but as you'll know, plastic palettes and acrylic paint tend to bond really well, making the cleaning process incredibly difficult. In this video, I'll show you my secret to cleaning them. Basically, my secret is not to bother. Now, before you close the video, stick with me for a sec. What I like to do is prime my palettes. This has a huge benefit, apart from saving you from scrubbing and scrubbing until your fingers bleed, and I'll get to that in a minute. The first thing you'll want to do is give your palette a rinse in warm water to clear off any dust or lint. Leave the palette to dry for a few minutes, and while you're waiting, get your primer ready. I'm using Halford's Grey plastic primer, but you can use any primer that you'd also use for your miniatures. Now give the rattle can a good shake. I have a little method that seems to work nicely for getting the can pressurized and the paint consistency right. Shake back and forth for about 10 seconds, flip it around and do it again. Now hold one end and swirl the other around in a circular motion. Then flip it around and do the same thing from the other side. One more round of back and forth shaking for luck and we're good to go. Take your palette outside, pop it on top of something like a cardboard box so you don't get any paint on anything precious, and spray it just like you prime a model, back and forth in short bursts and from different angles. Once you're done with your primer, don't forget to turn the can upside down and pull the trigger until the spray turns clear. That way you won't get any paint drying up inside the nozzle. Give it about 20 minutes to dry until you touch it, and I'd recommend leaving it at least an hour before you start using it again. So what benefits does priming your palette have for a miniature painter? Well, first, as I already said, you don't have to bother cleaning it. Unless you have a giant ultrasonic cleaner, acrylic paint is really tough to get off without also damaging the palette in the process. The main benefit though, and maybe a good reason to prime your palette even if it's brand new, is that you'll be able to see exactly how your paint will react when applied to your primed miniature. You can check the consistency, the transparency, and how good the coverage is when your paint is thinned. You can even really accurately test how much paint will come off your brush when dry brushing too. And that's it for this quick tip video. If you found it useful, hit the like button and leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.